I exist to react to the stupid things that happen in the world. Sometimes, you know, I just feel like I'm not even from here. Do you ever get that? Do you ever feel like you're the alien? I'm not saying I'm an alien. I promise. I'm not an alien. I promise. But all these people that we make fun of on the internet, they might be aliens. They're zognoids. They're the zognoids. Not me. I'm not a zognoid. I'm a human. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. MrBeast is in trouble again. What happened? Was it the AI stuff? I bet it was the AI stuff. I saw something about that.
MrBeast is in big trouble right now. Basically, MrBeast has just released a new AI thumbnail tool.
I knew it!
Which is getting a ton of backlash. YouTuber PointCrow is beefing with MrBeast along with Jacksepticeye.
Oh no! I have the Jacksepticeye video ready to go. I'm probably going to react to that right after this one in the same video.
DanTDM, Mutahar from Some More New Gamers.
Dude, everybody's reacting to him. When is this guy just going to get off the internet? When is everybody just going to stop working with him? They probably mostly have, and that's why he started working with people like Logan Paul and KSI, because they'll work with anybody.
And basically, tons of YouTubers and viewers are really mad at him for essentially trying to ruin the website.
Yeah, well, I don't think anything's gonna change. I think it's just gonna keep getting worse.
While profiting off of it. It seems this tool also costs $80 per month to use. Now, as I'm recording this video, MrBeast actually ended up deleting all of his tweets because of the backlash, and he also posted a response to.
So this is the hardest backlash that he's ever been involved in. That's crazy. He crashed out so hard that he deleted everything. Probably because he used to be against it. And now that he's figured out how to profit off of it, he's perfectly fine with it. What changed? When did he change his mind and why? I guarantee you it was because of the money.
This situation, which we'll be checking out. But anyways, subscribe so we can save YouTube from the AI slop. And let's begin with MrBeast's announcement tweet. View stats just dropped AI thumbnails, and it takes the guesswork out of what thumbnails will perform. Just prompt what you're looking for, and it will generate a data-backed viral thumbnail.
I think people are gonna probably start refining who they watch more and more. Because right now, I think it's messy. I think that people mostly just watch random people. But I think people are going to stick to real people, and they're going to stop going into the random feed. And it's just going to be like a word of mouth kind of situation instead of random discovery on the internet. I think gone are the days of random discovery.
So here's the video announcement.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience.
Dude, AI is actually pulling us back to the 80s. Maybe that's why there's so much like 1980s propaganda everywhere. It's in all the media. I think it really started with Guardians of the Galaxy. That's when they really started pushing like 1980s music, 1980s aesthetic, all the retro wave stuff, synthesizers. All the like arcadey colors.
And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results.
I mean, there's synthwave going on right now in the background for the background music.
From any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail.
Yeah, what a wonderful idea. Let's just fucking steal people's thumbnails with AI. Literally, let's just drag and drop your face on other people's hard work. Now, if you didn't know, people obviously spend anywhere from hours to months thinking of the perfect thumbnail and designing it. They literally hire specific people for this. MrBeast also used to do this, apparently. I don't know if he still does with this AI tool. It just seems the greed has gone so far that he does not give a single shit anymore. Let's just infect this website, which is called YouTube, with AI generated slop. Dude, I knew this guy was cooked when he partnered with Logan Paul, bro. No moral person actually partners with Logan Paul. Then he explains how it works.
This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're MrBeast. You would just type in MrBeast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano.
Right, so basically.
Yeah, that shit actually kind of sucks. That really kind of sucks. I think people are going to start using text thumbnails and more like stylized thumbnails so people know who they are who they're watching. Stuff like how Nuxanor does his thumbnails, or kind of like how I do mine. My thumbnails, in my opinion, probably kind of suck. That's how I do them, you know? I think probably gonna get more stylized, more personalized thumbnails in the future, because these AI slop thumbnails, garbage.
Goodbye to any thumbnail artists, anybody who made a career out of this stuff or spent years learning the skill.
You can still kind of tell the difference between a regular person's thumbnail and an AI thumbnail. Like this picture right here, an AI probably wouldn't be able to make a thumbnail like this and it be like low quality and, you know, stretched, at least yet. Maybe eventually.
I guess you can just go put the fries in the bag. I mean, don't get me wrong, I knew this sort of AI shit was coming, but I expected it to come from the degenerate, soulless companies trying to maximize their profit at
Well, yeah. What do you think's going on here? Exactly what you just said.
any cost. I didn't actually expect it to be launched by the #1 YouTube creator, someone who's supposed to be for the people and tries to act relatable to everybody as if he loves the YouTube community.
Well, that's his game. That's how he plays it. That's why he's #1. He learned how to play the game.
And obviously you guys know that I've defended MrBeast in the past multiple times, and I've criticized him multiple times when he deserved it. We had the entire saga, and this is another one of those times where it is absolutely justified. It is just so sad to see, because now I know that you guys only have a couple more years to enjoy my content or anybody else you actually like, because this is the future now. Everything will just be AI slop, not just the thumbnail, but the voice in the video and everything. And of course, this guy with the AI creepy ass expression on all of his thumbnails is the one leading forward this charge.
Yeah, people will stop going to people's videos that look like AI slop. They'll start going to videos that look like real person made them, real people made them, with mistakes, and it'd be kind of like shit a little bit, but obviously real, because it has personality.
Not to mention he's charging people $80 a month to use this tool, so obviously he's trying to profit off of it as much as possible. Now, it turns out he literally didn't even get permission from the creators he featured there, and you'll see later.
I don't think that he has to. I think because they're on YouTube, and he's probably got a partnership with YouTube, and I think YouTube technically has the rights to all of the videos at the end of the day. And that's why we're able to even react to stuff that's on YouTube in the first place, because YouTube allows it.
On Twitter, a bunch of people are mad at him for using their logo to promote AI, including Jacksepticeye, who is absolutely pissed. Then he gives a demonstration of the dragon.
Oh, we're definitely going to watch Jacksepticeye talk about this whole AI situation with MrBeast.
Drop thing.
You really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it. Don't worry, we have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face. Okay, I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically.
Wow, thank you, Jimmy. So what you're telling me is that instead of being a scumbag and just photoshopping my face on someone else's thumbnails, I'm just gonna do it with the drag and drop. I'm gonna do it in a single click instead of actually going through the effort to steal somebody's content. Congratulations, you just made stealing 100 times easier.
Fair use. It's fair use. I don't know. I don't know where this falls under, man. This is a sticky situation. I don't like it. That's why I think it shouldn't be happening, because like everybody feels it's bad. Everybody knows it's bad. That's why I feel like I'm an alien in this world. I don't belong here.
What an absolutely horrific idea. Not to mention these AI thumbnails that he's generating is based on every other thumbnail on YouTube. How the hell do you think AI trains itself? It obviously studies everybody else's thumbnails that these other people have made themselves, or these people have paid other people to make, and then it uses it as inspiration or whatever, which is bullshit in the case of AI, because it's basically just stealing and saying, okay, my AI thought of it.
Well, I mean, it changed it a little bit. It's not exactly the same. I don't think it's enough. I don't think that it's enough.
So it's literally out there training on your thumbnails, using your hard work, and then passing it off as its own. Anyways, let's just go to Twitter and look at everybody's reactions. It is absolute chaos.
What I think would be really cool, though, is if, like, I can plug in all of my thumbnails and generate some thumbnails based on them, what it would generate. That'd be actually really interesting to find out.
us right now. So let's start with Point Crow. He's a YouTuber and streamer. Putting this here and logging off. What a piece of work. And he's put MrBeast tweet. And then he's attached this. This is their most popular plan. Pro plus AI, $80 a month. Our full suit now includes AI thumbnail generation and more, perfect for all creators. Except those who don't have $80 a month to shill for this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. Yeah, it's you're locking it behind a paywall from regular people to access. And it's only gonna be people that are trying to make as much money as possible. Absolutely disgusting. It's definitely gonna slop up the internet a little bit more. So we're just gonna have to make more slop. We're just gonna have to outslop the sloppers.
Everything in Pro Plus. 1,000 AI credits per month. Generate viral thumbnails. Thumbnail style to any channel. Face swap, yes! Put yourself in any thumbnail. Recreate your favorite thumbnails. Get the perfect thumbnail with AI editing. Access to Discord with a bunch of other degenerates. Here's some of the responses. Not bad. $80 a month isn't terrible. Getting absolutely ratioed. MrBeast, one of, if not the richest content creators on earth, is making a profit off stealing artwork from every other creator. When is it enough, Jimmy? Perfect for all creators, except, you know, all the ones you're stealing art from. $80 a month for the...
And I think it's perfectly fine if you take a thumbnail, like what more Pegasus did. You take a thumbnail and just like comedically put your face on it. But I think in the video, you should immediately point out what you did to the thumbnail. Don't just actually steal somebody's thumbnail. Like, if it's for a joke, then I think it's funny. And I think it's okay. If you're just trying to make it clickable so you can get as many views as possible, and that's the only reason, not okay. Get that shit out of here. That's sloppy. Nobody wants to see that.
Worst slop you've ever seen. By the way, we need to like clarify. Slop is different from AI slop. All right, what I make is passionate slop that I'm obviously very, you know, genuine. I have a lot of personality in my videos.
True, and that's what we're here for. That's what makes our slop good slop. And that's what makes their slop bad slop.
You know, the SpongeBob memes or whatever. This isn't, none of the shit is AI generated, dog, all right? So make sure to say AI slop when you refer to this bullshit, okay? I don't want to get lumped in with this absolute nonsense. So anyways, Point Crow continues. He attaches this tweet by MrBeast. The largest channel in Russia just takes my thumbnails and photoshops his face on mine. Interesting, Jimmy. So this was a tweet from 2021, and you can say, oh, his opinions changed or whatever. But obviously, he was mad that people were stealing his thumbnails, and now he wants to do it to every creator on YouTube. Point Crow points out, so MrBeast gets to complain about channels stealing his thumbnails, then turn around and makes a tool that does the same thing, but cheaper and faster. He promotes his new AI tool in a video on the site, saying that it can copy any channel style of thumbnails for YouTube videos and even edit it so that your face is in it instead of the original creators. He initially states it so that it can be used for inspiration.
Dude, this is why I go so hard on the gaming industry. Because they do this shit, man. Trying to do as little work as possible to make it as big as possible for the least amount of money as possible. And they end up spending $400 million anyway. For games that look like previous games, but sometimes worse, sometimes slightly better in areas. Poorly optimized. It's just slop. And they're bloated. There's like things in the game that they... or like, check out this thing you can do, and it just doesn't belong, and they're just putting it in, and they spent money on it. Oh, but you can pet the dog. Oh, there's this side thing where you can like rearrange all the buildings and make your own little village, even though that really has nothing to do with the rest of the game. Stupid shit like that. But if you look at the ground, you can see that the ants actually crawl, and you can see the veins in every individual leaf every single time. They miss the point. They miss the mark because they're trying to make as much money as possible. And then they will. They will make as much money as possible for a little while. And eventually it's not enough. And they crash and burn because everybody gets tired of it. Because trends change and everybody moves on.
But then continues on and notes that this will literally be the way you generate your thumbnails going forward.
Nope. Well, I don't generate my thumbnails. So I literally just take a screenshot from the video and plant it into my photo editor, GIMP, put a cartoon filter on it, put a border on it, put a background on the whole thumbnail, throw some text in there, change the text a little bit, boom, thumbnail. Sometimes I'll rotate the text and the picture ever so slightly, just to give it a little bit more flair, a little bit more character. Stuff like overlapping each other. Looks more busy, more clickable, has more style, more love, more passion, even though they kind of suck.
I spend days, weeks, sometimes months thinking of thumbnails, working with artists to craft the perfect one, and you've made something that can steal my and my artist's hard work without a thought. Your model is clearly trained on all our thumbnails and uses them without any creator's permission, and makes it not only easy, but it attempts to make this socially acceptable too. Way to take out the creator and content creator and the fun that comes from thinking of new ideas. Majorly F this. If there's any class action lawsuit, count me in. I'm so done with this guy.
Yeah, but everybody's got the same mindset. Oh, he's too big. Oh, it's too much money. It's going to take too much time. And nobody wants to deal with it because at the end of the day, it's all about money. And that's why he's invincible.
Ladies and gentlemen, never doubt Pegasus again. What did I say? What did I say? All right, Pegasus is never wrong. I'm telling you, I don't actually clickbait. It's a future prediction, dog. Here we got a Twitter genius. Interesting perspective, but there are valid uses for AI tools too. Okay, nobody's debating that, bro. We're talking about this specific use. It's wild that MrBeast clearly forgot what it was like being a small YouTuber or human being while trying daily to brag about being philanthropic. Man is actively in support of something that can replace him, let alone every creator, and do mad harm. Just wild. I'm not even a MrBeast hater, but the hypocrisy here is outstanding. You should be. Watch the goddamn saga. Now, I know the immediate response is, Pegasus, why are you complaining? Your thumbnails are just, it's over. Well, first off,
I'm not even complaining. I'm here for it. It's going to happen anyway. He's just trying to jump on board first so he can make the most amount of money before every other company starts allowing this to happen. Everybody else is going to start doing it. And he's just like, well, we see it coming. We might as well do it. But now everyone's going to forever know as MrBeast as the one who kicked this off. Just like Nintendo with the $80 games.
I'm allowed to care about people other than myself. I'm allowed to feel for other people. I have some iDubbbz in me, you know, some empathy, of course. And this will eventually affect me as well, because if AI continues to go where it's going, they will eventually replace my voice in my video. You'll get AI-generated SpongeBob memes, and you won't have any passion in the goddamn videos. One of the most common compliments I get on my channel is how authentic I am in my videos, or like something about humor or something like that. And it's basically because I've a lot of passion in my videos, which makes me stand out from the other creators, so to speak. And it's just sad.
And also, he's got a certain kind of, he's the right kind of retard. You know what I mean? He's like me.
That authenticity is getting launched out of the window now. So yeah, forgive me if I'm just concerned about my community, whatever. Now, MrBeast tweets about one of his videos and PointCrow responds again. This you? Are you gonna say anything or just delete your tweet and profit off of stealing other creators' work and with their new view stats AI slop tool?
Well, you want me to answer that question or do you already know the answer?
Then he continues the tweet in question and the pricing structure on the site. Are you serious, dude?
Yes, he is. He is 100% serious. He is completely focused on money and power and fame and making the biggest, best thing possible to make the most money. I don't even know what the end goal is. He probably doesn't even know. It's just go, 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 go.
Right, so I never got this, that MrBeast claims this is like for small creators or whatever who can't afford to hire thumbnail artists like him, right? Like a giant team. Brother, it's $80 a month. That is not affordable at all. Not that anybody should buy this garbage at all. This will 100% ruin YouTube. You might think, okay, it's helping my process right now, but the consequences of this long term are going to be astronomical.
100% there's going to be like companies and people like Jack Doherty that are going to be using tools like this. People who really don't care about their money. They don't care about $80 a month. There's a lot of like Instagram creators. They'll probably use this tool, not for their YouTube videos, for their Instagram videos and their other videos for other platforms also.
Now we gotta move on to some responses from legends like Jacksepticeye saying, what the actual F? And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into. FAI.
Yeah, that's actually insane. I actually haven't seen the MrBeast video that everybody's talking about. Maybe I should. Maybe I should watch that. Maybe Jacksepticeye will show it. At least enough of it.
And this was a drama alert tweet talking about MrBeast's view stat promotion. And interestingly enough, it got deleted and then they pinned a tweet talking about MrBeast's response, which we'll check out later. So I don't know if MrBeast like messaged drama alert to do covering PR for him, but that's very weird how it got deleted. But yeah, anyways, back to Jacksepticeye's tweet.
Yeah, I don't like drama alert. Like, it's not even actually a news channel. It's like it's a drama channel. It's legit a drama channel. And if everybody's mad at them, that's good for them. They profit. It's so stupid. I don't know why anybody ever even, like, interacts with Keemstar. Everybody knows that he's a garbage person. But I guess, compared to, like, Hollywood, like, celebrities and a bunch of news corporations, he's pretty good. So I could see that, I guess. But still, like, come on, man. He's in the lolcow world.
Agree, man. The soul is just being sucked out of YouTube. It is no longer a bunch of creators just expressing their opinions online. It's a bunch of corporate losers hiring 5,000 people to just drown out everything else. And now it's even worse because they're not even hiring those people, or at least giving them jobs. They're making them AI machines. And they're just trying to make as much money as humanly possible. Now,
for as little work as possible. They don't want to put any actual work in it. They're going to refine all the areas that they don't want to do work on. And eventually it's all just going to be run by a machine. Won't even need MrBeast. They'll kick MrBeast out and just use his likeness.
I have a lot of respect for Jack. He's the absolute GOAT. Only legends remember the green hair Jack.
Yes. I used to watch Jacksepticeye all the time. Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Game Grumps, PewDiePie when he was just a gamer.
And I just gotta clarify my stance here. I think using AI to complement humans is completely fine. But if it's just replacing humans and creativity in general, that is just flippin' sad, man. And it makes me worry, not gonna lie, because, you know, I'm like the most optimistic person alive if you know me IRL. And even then, it feels really tough to have a good outlook on this.
No, I think everything's gonna get worse and worse over time. I don't think anything's gonna get better. I think a lot of things might get better, but there are going to be so many more things that are going to be worse until the world actually explodes. Hopefully we don't see that happen.
Now, if you guys actually remember, Jacksepticeye called him out before. You warned us, and now everything is coming to light.
Yeah, I think I reacted to that. I'm pretty sure that I did. If I didn't, then I did and deleted it. But I'm pretty sure I uploaded it.
Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack. Oh!
No, 100% I did. I did react to this.
Do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Oh! Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
True, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. How about that? I don't know if it's just because I'm saying it is coming true, or if I'm just seeing what's happening and I'm just like, I see where this path leads. I know where we're going. And eventually it's going to get so bad that the people that are pushing back are going to push back too hard, and it's going to get worse from the other side, and it's just going to be cat and mouse game until the world falls apart completely.
You just don't think you have fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you have fun riding on yachts?
Right, so obviously he didn't exactly predict this AI type of swap, but he had a general idea of where this was going.
Man, I did. Like, even as a kid, I watched Ghost in the Shell. I watched AI, Artificial Intelligence. Anybody ever seen that movie? I was watching that movie as a kid, and I was like, if we have robots and, like, artificial intelligence stuff, they'd have this in, like, the machines. And it would just take over everything. And I've just seen so many movies and shows, and read so many books. I know where this goes. I know where it's all headed.
MrBeast was just sort of making it way too corporate and making it impossible.
And then you mix it all up with Idiocracy. And the ads and the shows that you're going to watch, it's going to be like, ow, my balls.
For solo creators to actually compete. Essentially, YouTube became more about algorithm optimization than just a guy in his room talking into the mic. And that's kind of why a lot of people like my channel as well, because it's one of the last remaining parts of OG YouTube. It's very simple, no crazy fancy editing, just enough to entertain you guys. And it's essentially what YouTube was meant to be, a guy.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just making stuff. I'm making what I feel like I want to make, you know? so I can make other stuff that I want to make. Eventually, the goal is to be making movies
I like sitting in his room talking to a
and video games.
mic, giving his opinions online, and it's a pretty like nice community here. Now even that is being ruined by the annoying bots in the comments, which are impossible to get rid of, by the way.
Yeah, that's why you gotta like form actual tight-knit communities where you know everybody. It fucking sucks, man.
I've banned like 200 of them, but there's just like an infinite amount every single video and they just multiply. And obviously YouTube can't do the bare minimum and fix such an easy thing. Instead, they gotta do dumb shit like remove dislikes or whatever. Complete joke. Anyways, this drama got so crazy that even the legend DanTDM responded saying depressing. He made a separate tweet about it saying, using AI in creativity makes zero sense to me.
Even people that I normally don't see talk about like political stuff and like culture war stuff are talking about this and saying it's bad. So you know it's really bad and it's catching on and people are figuring out. And a lot of these people know and they just haven't said anything because they don't want to be involved in it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with the MrBeast glazers. And they don't want to be lumped into the people that are considered right-wing extremists, because if you're a normal person, you're evil, apparently.
People who use it to replace creatives don't have a creative bone in their body. Learn to make something yourself and be proud of it. FAI. Dan swearing is absolutely peak. That's when you know it's serious. You know it's bad when DanTDM tweets about drama, because this guy is known to never involve himself in drama ever, except for the one time, obviously, if you joined before the Hassan series, you would know that I had a series on the three stooges of YouTube, MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI. And DanTDM was this absolute legend during the KSI saga, who single-handedly triggered KSI into the stratosphere for 2 whole months over one tweet about Lunchly. But yeah, I completely agree with Dan here. Using AI in creativity is such a spit in the face to everybody who actually worked hard to come up with ideas themselves. So we got some classic idiots defending this. You think AI killed creativity? Nah, it found the ones you buried under not good enough and gave them a voice that doesn't wait for permission. You mean stealing? Like not asking for permission?
Dude, the internet is so cooked. Everything online is just going to be stolen. That's why you're going to have to just stick to tight-knit communities. Everything's going to be like small communities. And everybody's going to know each other. And that's going to be the only way stuff like this survives. And you're just going to be creating stuff for the love of the game.
Before you use other people's work. This isn't the death of art, it's the funeral of gatekeeping, because while you were busy guarding the throne, the Forgotten Ones learned to code fire. Now they're painting with thunder. Did this guy use AI for this, bro? Bro
100%.
actually responded with ChatGPT. You can't be serious. You don't fear AI, you fear the silence after the crowd realizes they never needed you to begin with.
Okay. Well, we're out. We're checking out.
Did AI write that for you? Look, I could instantly tell that shit was AI because it was so flippin' bad, bro. Another common DanTDM W. Anyways, let's move on to Mutahar's response from some ordinary gamers. AI thumbnails promoted from the biggest creator on the platform. What a joke. Quit complaining about everything, especially AI. Dude, why are there so many idiots on Twitter? So anyways, Muta.
Dude, I'm on Threads. Tell me about it. You say anything about AI, you just got AI defenders everywhere. Oh, you're just like the people who were against the cell phone, were against the internet. I'm still against both of those things, all right? Go fuck yourself.
Also made a video about it, and in this part he talks about how he actually paid for thumbnail art, and now essentially people will get to use that style for free.
MrBeast is just straight up scraping for other thumbnails. Okay, all of the other YouTubers that are putting in effort, you know, even hiring thumbnail artists, you know, they're the ones that are getting screwed over the most, right? But the few times that I've done it, one of them came from a good friend of mine, Novika, or Imaru. You might know him from like the My Immortal readings. He has a really good thing going where he's an artist, right? He draws a lot of art for the Sonic community, Sonic, you know, content creators, and he's had an art style that he's put together years into developing. Like, he made one thumbnail art for me years ago. Now imagine if a tool like...
Yep, artists are cooked. Like, how do you survive when everything you post immediately gets stolen and thrown into an AI? You won't be able to post anything online. And even if you don't post it online, somebody will take a picture of it and upload it. And then boom. Yeah. So cooked, man. So cooked. Eventually, I think we're just going to be like, well, the internet doesn't work anymore. We're just gonna have to take it around behind the barn and shoot it.
Like this just scrapes my channel for his art style. They're not really just stealing from me, they're also stealing from the actual human being that I hired to do this artistic work.
Honestly, that's a really good point, because when you train your AI using all of this data is being generated by people with tons of hours of hard work, right? And potentially people like paying other people to do this work. So instead of just taking somebody's work, which is illegal, you're finding a go around and putting it into your AI machine to churn it out into something else. It's like taking somebody's homework and changing a couple words. And it is such a slippery slope, and I feel like MrBeast will only understand this when somebody starts taking his voice and his face and making identical videos to him, beating him out using AI. And if you
Yep, it's kind of starting to happen, and I think he was seeing that, and he was like, oh, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind if people take my voice and my face and start, like, generating stuff, until they start generating better videos than him. And then he's gonna be like, hey, guys, wait, hold on. Hold on, I'm losing money on this. We need to pull back a little bit.
you think that's not going to happen, you're completely mistaken, because that's the direction we're headed, into complete dystopian shit. Then
Because MrBeast videos, let's be honest, they're kind of trash. Like, they're almost incredible. But there's just some kind of weirdness where it's just like still kind of feels like a small creator who doesn't know what he's doing is doing stuff and just making really, really poor decisions all the time. Doesn't act like he's the biggest creator on YouTube, but still does at the same time. Dude's just like really good at manipulation, but not good at putting out an actual good product.
he talks about MrBeast's general mindset.
Because it seems like for him, content creation is more like speed running your way to actually getting virality.
Now, I have seen jizz moppers with more soul in their eyes than MrBeast when talking about, I guess, his brand, if you will, content creation. Obviously, this image to me seems pretty AI generated, and obviously if it works for Beast and he's trained it off of his own content, I guess that's totally fine. Obviously, it must work for shorts. Clearly, the world's largest YouTuber knows a thing or two about virality. But the problem with this is he's created a piece of content, he's created this like...
So he's basing his new stuff on trends. Most likely he's seeing trends, he's seeing like the back ends of everything and like, oh, AI generated content is like the most viewed content overall on the internet. So we have to start using more and more AI. Because we have to beat out this random content that we don't know who it's coming from and where it's coming from. And it's most likely also the views are AI generated. It's just AI watching AI. We don't know actually what's going on. There can't be millions upon millions upon millions, hundreds of millions of people watching all the AI slop content constantly.
System that is completely okay with inspiring itself from other people's channels, right?
Yeah, so one thing that was very apparent when I was covering the whole MrBeast drama is that everybody agreed that bro was absolutely soulless. Especially those thumbnails of him like creepily smiling. It just seems like he's on this never-ending quest to get bigger and bigger and grow his brand, make more money, and there's just no substance to it, no soul. And if you followed the saga, you obviously know this is like the least of the bad shit he's done. Then he talks about who this tool is actually meant for, because it's definitely not small creators.
The kind of tool that MrBeast is creating, let's be completely real, is not meant for the up-and-coming creator.
It's literally for companies that make AI slop to pay $80 a month to refine their AI slop.
It's meant for the channel that likes to throw out 10 uploads a day and find out the absolute cheat code methods to virality, right? But as long as they get that one video that's pulling out like 10 million views, that's all that really matters, right? That's the kind of market that it seems MrBeast is really headed out to. Not the actual creator that wants to create a meaningful video that people remember for years down the road. This is something that obviously is designed to maximize CTRs and maximize these numbers. This guy seems like YouTube for him is like an EVE Online player, okay? It's not about exploring space or anything. It's about firing up spreadsheets at this point. And that's really the kind of vibe that I get that feels like the kind of creator that they're going for. I really do feel like, again, the
creators that are trying to make as much money as possible for as little work as possible with no passion at all.
Primary market for this is obviously the business enterprise model, right? Just to sell this to like big companies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, there's a $250 model. Yeah, yeah. So $80 is the smallest package. Gotcha. Okay.
Companies like Amazon or Pepsi or any of these big conglomerates to sell them the secret sauce for virality in the online space.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why he said it's for the average creator. Nobody wants anything to do with the shit, and nobody wants to shell out $80 a month for it. It's just a scummy way to profit off others' hard work without actually paying them. And Muta is totally right when he says that this tool is for giant companies and soulless individuals who just want to do a get rich quick. They want to get on YouTube, post a billion videos quickly with AI thumbnails and AI content, get their bag, and just leave. They are absolutely going to exploit this, and the average creator is going to suffer who actually wants to put in some work and make something creative from the, you know, human spirit or whatever. Then he talks about the legality of this tool, because you are essentially just stealing.
How
Yeah. But also at the same time, like, this is bound to happen. This is gonna be, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. MrBeast is just trying to get in early before it gets real sloppy, before there's gonna be absolutely no money in the internet anymore.
legal this is, or not legal is the best term, but how allowed this is from YouTube's perspective when you look into their TOS.
Using any automated means such as robots, botnets, or scrapers, except A, in the case of public search engines, which ViewStat is not a public search engine from my understanding, in accordance with YouTube's robots.txt file. So, you know, the TXT file in any website that tells you how scrapers should work, what they can use, what they can avoid. And of course, with YouTube's prior written permission. So I don't know if YouTube gave him necessary permission for it, because YouTube does train a lot of its engines, or Google trains itself on YouTube.
Right, so the problem with expecting YouTube or Google to moderate this is the fact that they themselves participate in this type of shit. If you didn't know, Google is also advancing AI at an
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's bound to happen. MrBeast is just trying to cash in early on it. And everybody's going to forget about this. His isn't going to be very good. People aren't going to use it. So he's just trying to get the quick bucks right now for people who are like, oh, somebody push one out.
alarming rate, and it is just scary. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited for stuff like the health breakthroughs, right? Maybe we cure cancer, maybe we get to space in different planets, maybe we get robotic limbs to help handicap people. This is all amazing stuff.
Yeah, sounds cool, but I don't think it's going to work how we planned. I think we're going to get a Terminator situation, a Maximum Overdrive situation, and an Altered Carbon situation happening all at one time, and it's going to be insane.
That AI can do, but my fear comes from the perfect AI video and audio. That is the scariest shit ever. Evidence in courts are gonna be faked. People are gonna get scammed everywhere. How will you know if the video you're seeing is actually AI generated or not if it gets to a point where it's indistinguishable? What if your favorite creator in
You're going to know where their channel is, and if you're going to know the channel's real. Eventually, there'll have to be ways to know exactly who is who, and that they aren't some AI slop company. And some people will probably just go to the slop net, but I think most regular people who are just trying to watch YouTube videos are going to go to the place where everybody is absolutely verified that they are not a bot.
10 years is no longer Pegasus. By the way, that's like a world I don't want to live in. But yeah, what if your favorite creator in 10 years is literally a machine and you didn't even know? What if they claim to be real this entire time?
Yeah, don't be a fan of things. Like, you can like stuff, but don't be like, oh, this is my favorite thing ever. This is all I do. This is my life. You won't have existential problems like that. You'll just be like, well, there goes another person that I thought that I liked. Because that happens a lot these days.
Dude, we're so cooked. MrBeast, man, stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Then he talks
Honestly, I think we'd be better off with an AI MrBeast rather than the actual MrBeast.
about kids getting stupider due to AI.
You know, I was reading at MIT.
I think they'll start being like the AI. I think they're going to start having these hallucinations like the AI does, but in real life, in the physical world. And it's going to be weird. It's going to get insane.
There was actually a new study done, Your Brain, on ChatGPT, where again, the basic idea was in the abstract, using all these LLMs and tools, right, and using them in the general population, they saw that in this study, they demonstrate the matter of a likely decrease in learning skills based on the results of our studies. The use of LLMs had a measurable
Yeah, why would you learn anything if you can just get it all on ChatGPT? And also, ChatGPT hallucinates and you get wrong information all the time, so there's going to be a lot of wrong information, and there's going to be like positive feedback loops constantly.
Impact on participants. Yeah, of course they're not going to be able to critically think down the road because you're not teaching them the skills to do it. You're just putting them into GPT as zombies.
Bro, first our problem was brain rot from TikTok. Now it's brain rot from AI. Can you imagine growing up in this age?
Yeah, just gonna not have a brain at all. And we're just gonna, our brains are just gonna be the phone. Why would we have to think? The phone can do it for me.
Imagine you never have to think again, because anytime you have to do any critical thought, you just enter it into ChatGPT and it does it for you.
Or, you know, you can just plug your brain in with the chip, and any time you think you might have a thought, the AI will generate a response for you, and you don't even have to think at all. You don't even have to input it into a phone. It'll be instant before you even thought the thought.
Kids are gonna grow up with absolutely negative level IQ. I wanted to use AI for stuff like, give me the recipe to make a delicious soup, not run my entire fucking life for me. Then he talks about how some people might be suing MrBeast.
Then yeah, I think it absolutely is a problem, and I think MrBeast should absolutely be a fucking little ashamed of himself. And to be real with you, I wonder if, you know, there are going to be a growing number of YouTubers who might have to ask themselves, is taking this guy to court possibly a legal option for us as well? Because MrBeast, while he is large, is not the only, you know, group of content creators on this platform. That's a pretty big question worth asking.
Dude,
Yeah, there's way too many. MrBeast is the biggest, but there's a lot more who are having a bigger impact than just MrBeast. You got to take them all down. MrBeast is just a big fish in an even bigger pond. But comparatively, MrBeast is small compared to the collective of all the medium and small fish.
would not be surprised if people actually sued MrBeast. I mean, it's just another day for the Three Stooges. They get sued by absolutely everybody for the scummy shit they do. But yeah.
Yep, CoffeeZilla is the hero that we need, but we don't deserve.
Yeah, as I'm recording, the tool is still up on his website. I don't know if he's going to stop this. I highly doubt it because, you know, it's probably going to get him a shit ton of money. So anyways, let's move on to MrBeast's response to the situation.
Oh, God. Here we go.
He essentially ended up deleting the tweet and the promotion for this tool, and then he goes on a call with streamer PointCrow. Had a chat with MrBeast about his AI thumbnail creation tool. While I'm uncertain what will be happening moving forward, I voiced my thoughts directly to him. Great idea to want to make content creation more accessible, but this isn't remotely a solution to that and actually fundamentally hurts creators as a whole. Just mentioning because I think it's important to note that he reached out, even though we still largely disagree. Leaving everything up to Discursa still, and I'll count this hopefully as the bookend to the saga. Cheers. Now, MrBeast responded to the tweet saying, I appreciate all the feedback. I love the YouTube community more than anyone.
I love you. I love you all. Follow me. Because I'm correct and I never lie. I can't believe some people think this guy's the Antichrist.
Can even remotely comprehend. That's right. I love the YouTube community so much. I literally try to ruin it at every turn, bro. Already working on changes like face swap should only be used to swap your...
No. All this is actually good. It's good for everybody. Starting to think more and more. MrBeast might be the Antichrist.
Your face on your thumbnail. Obviously not others. Bro, people obviously gonna use it for other, like, oh my god. And that's literally the way you advertised it. You wanted this to happen and you only realized it's wrong after people told you, which is insane. You should have known this from the very start. Any human being with a shred of concern for the YouTube community would instantly know this is wrong. The fact that people had to tell you this is just insane. And overall, I'll build this more in a way to be inspiration for artists or a tool they use and not replace them. Very good feedback. My goal with view stats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army.
We have to make the tool so it doesn't replace people. Oh shit, it's replacing people. What do? We can't take it down. It's making too much money. We've got too much money pouring into it. Oh no. So we're just gonna have to not talk about it. Maybe people will forget. And they will. They'll forget. We'll move on. And every once in a while, people will be like, hey, remember this thing? Oh yeah. And then they'll forget again.
Dark Viper AU responds and Ray shows Jimmy saying, wanting to level the playing field between those with 300 employees and those without means that you want to make those 300 people redundant, meaning they won't have jobs. Seems like your tool is designed to enable firing your artists whilst getting $50 from anyone else. It's actually $80. Out of touch, evil genius move.
Yeah, and they don't even see it like this. They think they're heroes.
I mean, that was perfectly said. My advice would be to stop working on this tool completely.
Stop using AI completely, in my opinion. Use it for like small stuff that you actually can't do. Not for getting rid of people's jobs, getting rid of the passion and the hard work that goes into creating art. AI does not create art.
There is no way you can make this in a way where it is not going to be disastrous to the YouTube community. And I just love how this guy tried to pretend the reason he's doing this is to help other people. Yeah, let me put this behind an $80 per month paywall, but I'm doing it for you guys. I'm trying to help the tiny creators, obviously, guys.
If you were actually trying to help, you would have spent all the money that you spent on it and then made it free. But still, I don't know. An AI tool like that probably shouldn't be free. It shouldn't exist. It's evil, in my opinion, just to put it out there.
But also pay me $1 bajillion. And also, if this tool was so life-changing as he said, that means everybody would have to pay him or suffer. We got this guy saying, Mr.
Exactly. If it's the best thing ever, and it's gonna change everybody's lives, why are you gonna charge for it? That sounds like you're trying to make as much money as possible.
MrBeast is accelerating the death of authentic content creation and no one's discussing it. Launch of view stats may seem like a data optimized feature, but it's one of the most dystopian moves. This isn't about thumbnails, it's about the industrialization of content. Creators already feel like they're in a losing game. They're gonna be up against AI that can mass produce the most clickable content faster, cheaper, and more effectively. That is completely correct. That's very scary. MrBeast isn't just setting trends, he's setting the rules. Rule is perform like a machine or get left behind. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I keep seeing everybody saying this. Like, if you don't embrace AI, you're just gonna get left behind. Well, guess what? I don't care. Leave me behind. I'll just be the old man, still crying about how we shouldn't have ever made the cell phone. The world was slower. It was better when it was slower. That's gonna be me, living out in the woods, whittling down a stick, chopping wood for a campfire.
Bro, I remember the days I used to just upload gameplay commentary unedited and everybody loved it, man. Gotta go back. More.
Yeah, I still kind of do that. I've got a gaming channel linked down there in the description. I just like pretty much unedited content, and it's kind of trash. And if you're into that kind of thing, well, there you go. It's linked down there.
Pegasus about to drop 10 videos on this topic. We are literally everywhere, bro. Every comment section. Oh my god. Now click this video or your favorite creator turns into AI and YouTube is ruined forever. Never underestimate a Pegasus threat. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
I think MrBeast knows he's cooked, so he's trying to do as many things as possible to do as much as he can to make as much money as possible. Because he knows he's on the way out, so he's got to find other veins before he gets pushed out by things that are going to be way more popular than him, because nobody actually likes him anymore. And the kids growing up, while there are adults who grow up with MrBeast, they're going to think that MrBeast is lame. And all the people who like MrBeast are lame. It happens every generation whenever there's a fandom around something. The next generation or the generation after that always thinks it's lame. So he's definitely going to be out at some point.